Welcome to another video of Certified Potterheads. While Harry, Hermione, and Ron get most of the spotlight, do you know what happened to characters like Lavender Brown, Lee Jordan, Cho Chang, Seamus Finnegan, and Oliver Wood after Hogwarts and their personal life? Before we start, don't forget to like this video. Remember, one like equals your letter coming. Now let's start. Lavender Brown. Lavender Brown was a pureblood witch and sorted into Gryffindor. In her 5th year, she joined Dumbledore's army, an organization taught and led by Harry Potter that sought to combat the Death Eaters. Despite Lavender initially doubting Harry's claims that Lord Voldemort had returned. The following year, she started a relationship with Ron Weasley, though they soon broke up. During her final year at Hogwarts, Lavender joined the 2nd Dumbledore's army to oppose Death Eater control of the school. She most likely took part in the disruptions the DA were responsible for throughout the year. Like others, she eventually took to hiding in the Room of Requirement. She may have been responsible for it forming a bathroom with washing facilities. Lavender Brown was among the brave members of Dumbledore's army who joined the fight during the Battle of Hogwarts, standing alongside her students to defend the castle against Voldemort's forces. When Pansy Parkinson suggested handing Harry over to save themselves, Lavender was likely one of the many who rose in defense of him. In the chaos of the battle, tragedy struck when she fell from a balcony and became a victim of the werewolf Fenrir Greyback, who attacked her in a brutal frenzy. Lavender's courage in the face of danger remains a testament to her loyalty and bravery. Rushing to her aid, Hermione blasted Greyback away from her with a powerful spell. Professor Trelawney then dropped a crystal ball on his head. Immediately after the attack, she was seen feebly stirring, but 19 days later in St. Mungo's from her injuries, having never regained consciousness. I count some people hate her. But after all, it's important to remember that she was just a teenager experiencing her first real crush. Her behavior was typical of many young people navigating emotions. Regardless of how some fans may feel about her, no one deserves to meet such a violent and tragic end. One theory about Lavender Brown is that she survived the Battle of Hogwarts and became a werewolf after being attacked by Fenrir Greyback. 2. Cho Chang was sorted into Ravenclaw House. She was a seeker for the Ravenclaw Quidditch team and a popular student. She was also 1 year ahead of the famous Harry Potter. During a Gryffindor-Ravenclaw Quidditch match in her 4th year, Cho first met Harry Potter, who was a year below her and a fellow seeker. Harry noticed she was very pretty and she made his stomach feel funny. Cho's impression of Harry was favorable, and when she later wished Harry good luck before Gryffindor had a Quidditch match against Slytherin, Harry went bright red. Cho Chang was Harry's first girlfriend in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. However, their relationship takes a turn for the worse when Hermione accidentally curses Cho's best friend after she divulges details about Dumbledore's army. This incident leads to their breakup, which ultimately seems for the best, as they didn't share many common interests. When Hogwarts was attacked, Cho demonstrated her loyalty by reuniting with other members of Dumbledore's army and joining the final battle against Voldemort and the Death Eaters. She appeared amicable and friendly with Harry. She offered to lead him to the Ravenclaw common room in search of Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem. However, in an unwarranted act of jealousy, Ginny Weasley recommended Luna Lovegood to accompany Harry in Cho's place. After the conclusion of the Second Wizarding War, Cho ended her relationship with Michael Corner and eventually fell in love with and married a Muggle. It's likely that she kept her DA coin as a symbol of pride, much like other members of Dumbledore's army. Additionally, it can be assumed that she attended the 2014 reunion of the DA to reconnect with her former comrades. Some fans suggest that Cho married Dudley Dursley, but J.K. Rowling confirmed Cho did not marry Dudley, though she wanted to give Dudley a magical child. 3. Seamus Finnegan. Seamus Finnegan, a Gryffindor student, was known for being close friends with Dean Thomas. At first, he didn't believe Harry Potter's claim that Lord Voldemort had returned in 1995, mainly because his mother doubted it. However, later that year, Seamus changed his mind and apologized to Harry. After that, he joined Dumbledore's army, the secret group led by Harry to teach students how to defend themselves. After the Battle of Hogwarts, Seamus Finnegan's exact fate is not detailed in the books or films. However, it's known that Seamus fought bravely during the battle as part of Dumbledore's army, assisting in the final fight against Voldemort and his forces. It's widely assumed that Seamus continued his life in the wizarding world, likely contributing to the post-war rebuilding of the magical community. Given his strong friendships with fellow DA members like Dean Thomas, it's possible that he stayed connected with them. Although J.K. Rowling hasn't explicitly stated what career he pursued, Seamus's courage during the war suggests he may have taken on a role that allowed him to use his talents for good. However, according to the Harry Potter Next Generation, Seamus married Lily Moon, and they had 2 sons, Harbeth and Apis. Before Lee Jordan. Lee Jordan was a Gryffindor student at Hogwarts and a close friend of Fred and George Weasley. He loved pulling pranks with them and often helped out with their inventions, some of which later became products at Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Lee also served as the Quidditch commentator at school and joined Dumbledore's army, the group Harry Potter led to fight against dark forces. In August 1997, Lee attended Bill Weasley and Fleur Delacour's wedding. While there, he danced with Ginny Weasley and others. It's not clear if he left before the Death Eaters crashed the wedding or stayed through their attack after Kingsley Shacklebolt's Patronus warning. During the Second Wizarding War, Lee ran a secret radio show called Potter Watch, under the codename River. The show provided truthful news, while the Ministry-controlled media spread lies. Lee, along with Kingsley Shacklebolt, Remus Lupin, and Fred Weasley encouraged people to support Harry Potter and protect Muggles, who were being targeted by Death Eaters. In 1998, Lee returned to Hogwarts for the final battle. He helped Neville Longbottom and other Dumbledore's army members fight against the Death Eaters. Lee used his knowledge of Hogwarts' secret passages to guard the castle, and he and George Weasley took down Death Eater Yaxley during the battle. He was also there to witness Harry Potter defeat Voldemort. As for his life after the war, there's no official information on Lee's career or whether he got married. However, fans think he likely went into radio or journalism, given his talent for broadcasting. Some even imagine he could have married Alicia Spinnet, another Gryffindor, or worked with Fred and George at their joke shop. 5. Oliver Wood. Oliver Wood was the keeper and captain for the Gryffindor Quidditch team during his time as a student at Hogwarts School, which he attended from 1987 to 1994. In his final year, Oliver Wood was especially desperate to win the Quidditch Cup. He knew that he had the best team in the whole school, and he felt that the cup would have been Gryffindor's for the past 2 years if events hadn't so conspired against them. Gryffindor beat Ravenclaw, and other results went their way, meaning that in the final game of the season against Slytherin, if they could win by 200 points, they would win the cup. During the match against Slytherin, Oliver took 2 bludgers to the stomach early in the game. Eventually, Harry managed to capture the snitch when Gryffindor were ahead by at least 60 points, resulting in Gryffindor winning the Quidditch Cup. Oliver, overjoyed and ecstatic at finally having achieved his dream, watched Harry lift the cup aloft. After leaving Hogwarts, Oliver became the keeper for Puddlemere United's reserve team. In the summer of 1994, he attended the Quidditch World Cup, along with his old classmates. It was at the World Cup that he saw Harry and introduced him to his parents and told Harry of his new career. In 1998, Oliver returned to Hogwarts along with former Gryffindor Quidditch players Angelina Johnson, Katie Bell, and Alicia Spinnet to fight in the Battle of Hogwarts against Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters. During a lull in the battle, which was granted to them by Lord Voldemort as time to gather the dead, he assisted Neville Longbottom in carrying the dead bodies of Colin Creevey and others into the Great Hall. As for his personal life, not much is detailed in the books or subsequent materials. In The Cursed Child, he is briefly mentioned as having continued to work within the world of Quidditch. Oliver's love for the sport and loyalty to his friends likely played a big role in his life after Hogwarts, though no specifics about his relationships or family life are mentioned. Some fans theorize that later in life, Oliver might have returned to Hogwarts to become a Quidditch coach or possibly the flying instructor after Madame Hooch's retirement. His passion for the sport and leadership qualities could have translated well into mentoring young students. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, feel free to hit the thanks button below. It really helps me keep making more Harry Potter content for you.